Good evening and welcome back again. If you know you are not part of this page, please kindly click on the follow button, give me a thumbs up, write me something under the comment section as usual after watching this video. Today, I would like to explain briefly on the things to take note of before you buy a house. Take note of these expenses so you'll be able to prepare yourself financially. The first one is the bank cost. The bank cost. The bank that works on the file, the mortgage file, has to be paid for that job. Most of the banks, they want you to pay a sum of 2,000, 1,008, 1,007, depends on the bank. They would like you to pay that amount for working on the file. And that money is paid after you've signed or before you go to sign for your transfer of ownership. They will deduct the money from your account. The second one is peritia. Has to be sent to that house that you want to purchase and evaluate the cost of that house. If the cost of that house is okay with the amount the bank is giving to you. Cost 201 euros or less than it or more than it, depend on the bank which peritia they will be using to evaluate the house. Take note of the agency fee. In most cases, agents search for houses for people. You hardly see private houses published on websites for sale. Most houses are with agents. So take note that you have to pay agents their fees. Some agents might be 3%, 2%, 1% of the cost of that house. Some agents might be like, okay, you have to give me the sum of 3,000 euros for this house you are buying, 2,500 euros for this house you are buying, 4,000 euros for this house you are buying. It all depends, but you can always negotiate with them. Take note of the next one is the percentage left. Most banks will not like to give you 100% of the mortgage. They might tell you they will give you 90%. So you have to give them the 10%. You have to pay the 10% of the money of that total cost of the house. You have to drop the 10% while they will give you 90% for you to buy the house. So people might say 5%. You have to pay 5% while they give you the finance only 95% of that house. So take note of this. It's very important for you to know this earlier on, as I've said in my previous video. When you go to the bank, get information, then they will tell you how many percentage they will be giving to you and how much you need to put in order for you to complete that cost. So I've already said it, the notary public. So take note of the notary public. The notary public is where you go and sign the transfer of ownership. As I've said previously in my video, you have to go to a lot of notary public and get an estimate of the transfer of ownership. So you'll be able to use the cheapest one, which is the best for you. The notary public is called notaio in Italian. So you take note of that in case. Cost depends on the one you've chosen. Some of them might be 3,000 euros, 4,000 euros, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Depend on the cost of the house you are buying also, and depend on the cheapest notary public, notaio. So take note of this. The cost depends on the amount of house you are buying and depends also on the notaio. The cheapest one is better off for you for sure because they are all doing the same job. Another thing might be furniture. If the house is not furnished or the house is having old furnitures and you would like to buy some furnitures. So take note of the furniture cost to furnish the house. Take note of that cost. If you like, you furnish. If you like, you don't furnish. It's left to you, but that is a personal cost. Take note of painting. You might like to paint that house if the house is looking somehow. It's left for you to decide. That one is a personal one. But the first one I said, bank cost, peritia, which is them sending that company to go and evaluate the cost of that house. The agency, the percentage left, the notary public, which is the notario. These are expenses so important for you to face. Take note that most sellers might give you the opportunity to include other expenses in the total cost of the house, so you don't have to pay extra money. So, for example, the peritia cost, the notary public, and the agency fee might be added to the total cost of that house you are buying. Let's say, for example, the total cost of that house you are buying is 100,000 euros, and then other costs are 10,000 euros. The agent and the seller might say, okay, we can add all the costs together. So the bank will finance all the money for you, 110,000. So you don't need to spend all those money. All the money will be given to you included. The bank will give you all the money included. So take note of this. Please give me a thumbs up. This is the end. If you have any question, kindly write me something under the comment section below. Please write me something under the comment section below still, and share this video. Thank you for your attention, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye.